Hello, Caesar again here. Today we're going to be talking about the armature. When you purchase your horse armature, the legs come basically like this here and you're able to adjust them. And for the project I'm working on, I had to go back and more or less study the horse to figure out exactly what the correct length for the particular bones should be. And this is what I came out with. And today I'm going to kind of more or less show you what I'm using to make the bone complete here. Notice this, not that it matters because it's going to be covered with clay anyway, but I've noticed when I'm applying clay and I'm moving it around, this tends to move around unless you actually glue them together. These I did go ahead and glue them together with kind of like crazy glue, if you will. I did notice that one of the bones, I'm not sure if it was this one here, was not divided with the piece of aluminum wire, so I basically had to saw through it, take my drill bits and drill on both sides and insert a piece of whatever the correct diameter for that particular aluminum wire was. I believe this is a 1/8. Anyhow, I drilled both sides, inserted the piece, and adjusted the bone as to the correct length. Now that it's glued together, I'm just being a little anal here. I'm going to go ahead and use Magic-Sculpt to fuse them together like this here to make them look like a complete bone. I think I'm going a little overboard, but that's just me sometimes. Sometimes I'm a perfectionist on certain things. Anyhow, I'll show you the process. What I'm doing is, first, I'm going to go ahead and wear gloves because the last time I needed this Magic-Sculpt, it clung to my fingers and it was a little difficult to remove, even though you're able to remove it with warm water and soap. And what you do here is, let me put this aside. This is the Magic-Sculpt. We have the resin and we have the hardener, and we get equal parts A and B and knead them together. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've done here. This is kind of old. It's been sitting in my closet for years, and I'm surprised it's still pliable. I'm surprised I'm still able to work with it. I assume after all these years it would have been hard as a rock, but apparently not. So I'm getting equal parts. I'm just going by feel, not weighing it or anything, so it's about right. Or maybe not. Let me get rid of some of this here. Then what you're going to do is basically knead this together. And you're going to knead until it turns into a uniform color. And usually this takes about, I don't want to say 24 hours, but usually the following day when I get back to it, it's nice and hard. And I believe Magic-Sculpt is considered an epoxy. That looks about right. In fact, this is the one I did earlier, so I'm going to just mix them together. Then I'm just going to take little pieces here and fill in the gaps. apply pressure here. I want to make sure everything's filled. Got a little piece sticking out here from my glue. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's going to be covered with clay. And here I made a few marks for myself, so make sure everything lines up correctly. And I'll just follow the bone here, the line, in case it shouldn't shift on me because it's glued. Okay, that's about right. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and use water, just regular water. Well, move this out of the way here. I have some water in my tray here. Put a little water in your fingers and just smooth it. I'm applying more pressures at the end so it'll blend in nicely with the existing bone. And just try to follow the contour of the existing bone. Nice transition all the way through. Kind of reminds me of like setting bones. So if I ever break my leg, I'll go ahead and set my own bones. Yeah, not funny. Let's move on to this one here. And the cool thing about this here, I was kind of surprised, just regular water. That's what the directions call for. What does it say? Mix 1 part resin to 1 part hardener by volume until mixture is even in color. To see, apply with hands or modeling tool. To see, work and smooth with water. Material will set firmly overnight. Wash tools and hands with soap and warm water. And let's move to the last section here. Now again, there's no need to do this here. Some of the armatures you purchase through a True Form, they don't even have the bone, they just have the regular wire all the way through. I think the next video I'll kind of show you how I apply the clay to these pieces here. And I have my hoof and horseshoes ready to go for these pieces. For instance, here's one. As I sculpt it, this will be the last piece I add to it. Let's say forward. It'll go in something like this here. I will remove some of this area here because I build it up too much, and something like that, give or take. And that's basically it.